Okay, ready?
You all know the man, I know the father, which you can imagine is interesting. A lot of stories, but the one that comes to mind is my first car accident. Which, 3 weeks after I got my license, and most everybody knows that you tend to drive a little bit fast, and I had his Monte Carlo with a car full of friends, and I was out near Kingston trying to see how fast it would go. And
I heard that part.
yeah, I was over 100, and I was excited. And we came to an intersection in which we had to stop and the cross traffic didn't. And I was paying more attention to my friends than my driving, and I drifted out into the intersection and got hit by another car, totaling his car. You know, that's the kind of thing you think you're going to get in a lot of trouble for, and he seemed to find it a little bit humorous once he found out I was okay and all my friends were. However, I had to pay for it. And the way I paid for it was, he had the totaled car towed to the shop, he had it parked out front, and he made a big sign for it. It said Randy's first accident, the date, the time, everybody involved. And he made me stand in front of it holding the sign and had my picture taken. Then he left it there for about a week and let everybody see. He was very proud of what I had accomplished. So that's the kind of dad he was. Happy birthday.
Oh, gosh. Thanks to you, Ray. That's why he's dating and everything now. Hey, Olsen, you know a few stories. I'm working on it.
If you have 10 people, somebody has to go. Everybody's got to be.
We're all going to sing happy birthday. On your feet. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Let's try it one more verse. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I try not to make this sound too much like I'm talking about me, but we've always been around together, you know, when we do these things. I thought I'd let Bob do the other first, but since Bob didn't want to do the other first, I'll tell you about it. One of the other things about Ehrler that you'll find over the years is he has no patience. Especially with people that can't make up their minds. So, consequently, Bob had this truck that he didn't like the steering and didn't like the suspension and didn't like the way it rode and didn't like anything about it. But he couldn't make up his mind what he was going to do. So, Ehrler and I are trying to figure out how we're going to get the truck away from him and do something about the suspension. And Bob, in his wisdom out of infinitum, says one morning, we're going to have a party at the house this weekend. Can we store the truck at your shop? So early Saturday morning, I met Ehrler for breakfast. And by 8 o'clock, we had the front sheet metal and the front end off the truck and here's the end of the frame stubbed off at the firewall. And we called Bob and said, you want to come down here and show us how to get the sheet metal off? And he comes down and he drives down the driveway and he gets out of the truck and he says, how did you do that?
That's weird.
I said, do what? He said, get that sheet metal off the front of the truck. I said, well, there's 6 bolts in the front end, the whole front end comes off. He says, I didn't know that. We put the motor in it with the front end on the truck. So anyway,
I couldn't believe it.
by 4 o'clock that afternoon, it drove back out of the garage. So anyway, if you ever say around roller, you want to do something, you better make up your mind because it's going to happen. There's cake in the other room, I understand. Whenever you've got the time and the mind to do it, find yourself a piece of birthday cake.
That picture was taken in 1981.
What's that one?
That was approximately 1950.
And what's your dog's name?
Not my dog, but the name was Tippy.
Oh,
Tippy and Fizzy. Tippy and Fizzy with a keg of beer.
It was the neighbor's dog.
If you tip that thing over, there's a
I
date
noticed
on
the
the
one thing,
bottom.
the one in the pain easier than the other one. And make it go faster. The one that the wooden one goes faster, you know.
Like that.
She wants slices. Right, because you want, not squares.
Oh,
All right, cut away across.
oh, it's sharp.
Cut away across. You won't cut. All the way across. Go ahead, finish cutting all the way across. Slice here. June? No beauty in a straight line.
Why don't you look into the camera if you want to give them
Hey, June,
direction?
you want to like serve each other again? No. Once was enough. Although that might be kind of fun.
Yeah, no, Glenn, I think I would serve June a piece.
No. I'm thinking the other way around.
Yeah, I've learned. No. Don't do that. Is that okay?
Yeah. I didn't know if they want. No, that's fine. They can have 2 if they want.
We got the rest of the cake. We can keep experimenting.
Not everybody's probably going to like cake.
I'm getting a little excess frosting here.
You have to lick it.
Huh?
You gotta lick mine.
No, I'm not licking that. So you can find the kid that's taking it.
Yep, right here's one.
You want all that?
Are you the official cake person? This is
Well,
whipping.
then give it away.
You're putting frosting. Where's Deb? Where's Allison? Here I am. How many pieces?
27.
I got a tray. They all made me do their cake.
Is that enough?
That'll work. Thanks.
Oh, now he's going the other direction.
And the softball.
You say happy birthday.
on yours, no.
Okay. Say happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, Glennie. We love ya. You're the best. Happy birthday, Glenn. Many more.
I'm Casey O'Brien.
Grandma?
Gene Olson.
Yes, what?
Something to Glenn? My brother Kevin O'Brien.
He's not in there, but just say something to him. Glenn?
Hey, give me the cigar.
No. Just tell him happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Glenn. I love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Glenn. Thanks for welcoming me to the family. Bye-bye.
I just want to say, Fizz, what a wonderful guy you is. Your pal, Al. I'd sing, but I don't know the words of this song. Greenback dollar.
Happy birthday, Glenn, and lots of them.
Hey, Glenn, we love you. Happy birthday.
Come on, say something. You don't want it. Shut up.
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Happy birthday, Glenn.
They don't have much to say, do they, Glenn?
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Hey, buddy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Say happy birthday, Fizz.
Happy birthday is.
Any stories?
Don't lie to them, boy.
I'd never lie to you. The only way the man ever belted street rods with a fifth of Imperial and a bag of Red Man in his hip pocket.
Here's our birthday boy right here. Happy birthday, Fizz.
Eating again?
Eating his cake. How is it?
Excellent. Excellent cake.
You probably got your picture, didn't you? Yes, you did.
No, my granddaughter would come up and she said, I want Grandpa.
I want grandma.
Happy birthday, Fizz. Many more.
Looking good. Mouthful of cake. Here's a hot dog Fizz. Hot rod Fizz. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot rod. What difference does it make, huh? He's kind of like a hot dog.
You don't want to know why anyway.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Yep, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Fizz.
Quarter an hour. A quarter an hour. Do you know how demeaning that is? Come on, Fizz. At least make it a dime, 35 cents or something. It's a long time. It's been a good time. Thanks, Fizz.
Happy 55th, Fizz. Happy birthday, Fizz.
And I liked it.
Go ahead. Happy birthday, Fizz. Great party.
Happy birthday, Fizz. The Caldwells all love you, man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Did you wish him a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Fizz.
We got a cool request for some soul asylum. Everybody.
That's what we're talking about.
birthday, Fizzy. We love you.
Happy birthday, Fizz.
Happy birthday, Fizz. Pete wanted to be here.
Happy birthday, Fizz. I love you.
Well, happy birthday, Glenn. I always remember you as the older kid in the neighborhood. We had all the neatest stuff to do crossing around the corner there. I remember I think I told you the story, my mom wouldn't let me go over there very often. You had that underground fort, and she said it would collapse and we'd all die. Then you had that big tree fort that my mom wouldn't let me climb up because we were always going to fall out and break our necks, and so we always had to kind of sneak over to the Ehrlers where we had all the fun. And then the other thing I remember about you is you taught us how to catch gophers, and you'd go over there into the back lot there behind where the sheep were, and we'd take a bucket of water and a gunny sack, and we'd find the holes, and you would have us pour the water down the one hole while the gopher would then come out the other hole, and you'd trap him in the gunny sack. So the Ehrler house was always fun. You were always kind of the ringleader over there. A growing up kid's delight. Glad to be here, and happy birthday to you, and many, many more.
His wired grinders a little bit different than what would be standard, so that you get a mild shock sometimes when you run them, and different things along those lines. But the best thing that I can remember about Fizz and his electrical ability was one day. It was a quiet day in the shop, and Fizz was in the attic. It's kind of an echoey building when it's quiet, and we're all downstairs just minding our own business, and all of a sudden the lights kind of dim down. They get real dim, and you hear this kind of an echo through the shop, and then you hear Fizz saying, "Ooh, 220." So it's wiring by Fizz. Thanks.
I got a story to tell, but you got to finish it. I met Fizz about 12 years ago when my wife was here, my daughters were here, and he watched them grow to where my daughters were here and my wife's here. He's been a very good friend. He's been the friend I met, the first person I met when I moved to Sycamore. And I need you to finish the story when I get started. We won't talk about my dog killing one of your sheep. We let that go. But we got to talk about have any of you guys ever seen Fizz hanging from a tree on a Sunday afternoon?
We talked about it this morning.
Yep. Tree trimmer. I hear this guy with the chainsaw over there, and him and I had done a lot of things for each other along the way, and he was a little hesitant about me because, for whatever reason, but a couple of years went by and we got to know each other. And I go over there, and he's up there on a ladder, and he's trimming trees. I says, I'm gonna go over and help Fizz trim that tree.